don't know if I'm ready. Okay. Welcome back. I need to write this down. Okay, what are we doing? The Boys. Season 2, Episode 6. The Bloody Doors Off. Right now the title name. Okay, last time. Maeve was being tormented by Homelander. I think he outed her last episode. No, that was 2 episodes ago. The last episode was the whole movie plot, right? Everyone was filming. Maeve had to, her character in the movie is gay all of a sudden, and then they want her girlfriend to be on posters and whatever, and all that stuff. So it was bad. Black Noir was hunting down Billy. They managed to strike a deal at the end with Edgar, I believe his name, Stan Edgar, right? Struck a deal with him. Pretty much said, if you don't kill us, we won't go public with Ryan, the superchild, which is a bluff because they don't have any evidence of it. So that was good that it managed to work. They introduced some guy at a hospital with Stormfront. So I'm curious to see how that works out. What was that all about, basically? There's the Congresswoman. There's pretty much like protests going on about Homelander, because there was footage of him lasering people in some African country, I'm assuming. What else? Kimiko is going through the ringer right now. Frenchie's with her. Hopefully everyone sort of can rejoin together as a group, because right now it's kind of like separated people. And then Stargirl again. Starlight is doing her own thing as well. She's right now she's on the run, kind of. She was trying to. That's right. She was doing that stuff that pissed me off. She was going into Stormfront's trailer. She told Stormfront, "I know your liberty." Oh, it's all bad. I forgot about that. I don't think it's a good plan what Starlight's doing. I think she just needs to be laying low, keeping her head down, pretending like everything's okay. But she stirred the pot a little bit, and I think it was a little bit too much. I wrote down Alistair Adana. I have no idea what that means. I'm assuming it's somebody's name, but I don't remember who that's related to. So maybe that'll come up again, maybe not. Oh, and then Maeve went to go to the deep, and he's sort of in this marriage now because he's trying to do like a PR stunt to like be like, I'm rehabilitated, I can join the Seven again. But she needs some backup to take Homelander down, I guess. So she's starting with the deep, which is, again, questionable choices, but we'll see where it goes. Anyways, let's get in this episode and see what happens. Frenchie back? What's it called? Flashback?
So you're Betty White?
Oh, what a fucking question. Of course I'm Betty White. Now, who wants to rob a bank?
Bro, yeah.
Will it get through my skin?
If it can't, nothing can.
Okay, I just feel like I need to say something. I don't think this is a good idea.
What?
Stormfront knows I leaked the V.
Huey, what the fuck are you doing? How many shows do I have to watch? It's gigantic. Oh, this dude's dying. I don't know who he is. He's dead. That's how it works.
So you back? Tired killing people for money?
Frenchie? Yeah, for real. Like, not today. Okay.
This is who I am. Who are you? Brave Maeve Pryforce, because you can't be proud on an empty stomach.
She's...
Come in.
They found some of the wreckage that drifted up near Iceland.
Wreckage of what?
And they found this.
The plane
I mean,
from first
I'm
season?
sure it still even works, but
That's the only thing I can think of.
Isn't it lit? Your very own anthem.
That's dope.
Well, this is just the demo, of course. We're going out to Lil Nas X for the official version. Maybe you could bust out Prince's guitar for the...
Like I said,
Yo,
I'm
here comes A-Train.
okay with an A-Train redemption
I'm
arc.
right here, buddy. Over here.
Oh, you didn't know?
What's up?
He does. He has the book.
Would you like a fresco?
No. Why she got brass knuckles?
With your blood money. No one will believe you an orderly with that. You know?
What? There's just a giant hole in the fence now. What are you doing? What are you doing?
I know another guy just like that. He's got a flag for a cape.
Ooh.
Stop.
I mean, he kind of needs good. I'm for it.
Lamplighter.
That's fucking Lamplighter.
To find out what the fuck all this shit is. Come on, listen.
We need a plan.
Stick to the plan, Frenchie.
Right. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. Frenchie! Frenchie! Which one is this? Who's this? Who did you release? Oh, shit.
Go ahead, fuck his ass up.
I don't like liars.
You sure about that? He's not immune to his own acid? What kind of power is that?
Easy does it, lad. No trouble from us. You just stroll on by, yeah?
What the fuck? What was that? Why? Jesus, he was in the front seat.
You haven't found Starlight yet.
Tweedledee and Tweedledum over here. I hate it. Bruh.
Your numbers among women have...
Oh, hell no.
Please sit down. No, look, man. I seen that documentary about you guys. It's not my type of shit.
I don't know the tone of these scenes, but I can't take any of it seriously. Like, I'm very interested to see where the storyline goes with the collective. Jeez. Why?
Stay back.
Whoa! Okay.
I said stay back.
That's not necessary. Let's just talk.
FBI?
Said, put it down.
Butcher fucked up again. That was his fault. He didn't have to. He could just driven them to the hospital.
You couldn't just listen to me and stay back?
Oh my god. I'm yours.
Crying for their mama. If that's not an animal, then what is, huh? I didn't know.
I keep asking myself, why didn't you stop me?
That's what I'm wondering. Like, I kind of had a feeling Lamplighter's story would be that way, but what happened to Frenchie? We've been hearing about this story the whole time.
Over him, but now he was just another person in our way.
Bro, this episode keeps going. I don't know. Shit. No. No. Hey, man, don't. Is that the penis dude? I thought it was his tongue. Oh. Shit. She knows. She knows. This fucking make people explode. Stupid. Shit. Who is this? Who's this? Stormfront?
Lamplighter!
God, my stomach's churning. I don't trust like this.
We need help.
Oh shit. Oh shit. Don't. Oh.
Thunder and Queen Maeve. Thank God for leaving us. It's okay.
Did you say sugarfish? Elena, I watched a plane full of people die. Why are you looking at me like that?
Tell Butcher about the thick penis around your neck.
You all need to keep moving. I don't trust wherever the fuck you are, even though you're in the woods in the middle of nowhere.
Why isn't this man restrained?
No need, I wanted to come.
I don't want to hear a single goddamn word from you.
Oh my God.
But I am begging you for his life.
I have no choice.
Here we go again.
Hey.
Tired of these two.
Roger thought.
Oh.
He gave me the first successful V injection. For the culture. The other races are grinding us down and taking what is rightfully ours, but we can fight back. With an
Excuse me?
army of...
Hello? What the fuck? Wait. Wait. What? Wait. I know I was complaining about the show, this episode not ending, but I gotta write her name down, I guess. Cindy. Okay. Well, I figured she was dead. I was like, okay, she just, the plot device for this episode, but I guess she's important to the episode, to to a future episode. Shit. Okay. We finally got introduced to Lamplighter, and like I said, I thought I knew that. Again, because I think I mentioned in episode 1 of this season. I believe the season was over by the time I started watching this season, so there was gift sets and stuff, Twitter, everything. So I seen bits and pieces and put 2 and 2 together. So I had a feeling that he was Lamplighter. I think it's ironic, and I think it was purposeful that they hired that dude, cast that dude, because obviously he played Iceman, so fire and ice kind of thing. I feel like they're doing that. I don't know. I can't say they're doing that a lot, but like, I don't know. It's just a neat little Easter egg thing, kind of, I think. They're running a super psych ward, basically, and it's testing grounds for Compound V in adults, because it either, it basically doesn't work on them, or it makes them crazy, kind of like, not like Kimiko, but it's not perfected yet. And we're also revealed in this episode that Stormfront is the first one to get Compound V, so technically she is also under that category of Compound V as an adult. Excuse me. So makes me curious if other people are going to get long lives then, or yeah, I just, it's just, I don't know where we're going with that plot line yet. But it's a connective thread there. Yeah, obviously the whole shock factor is that, they're testing on adults, they're trying to stabilize it. Well, turns out there was one stable case way back when, the first one. It also makes me curious about like Soldier Boy, because I believe he was in World War II. He was basically Captain America, right? So he had to have been injected as an adult too? Or was it, were they injecting babies that soon that he was fully matured? He grew up into the powers from a baby. Or does he have any powers at all? I'm assuming he's going to have powers, and it sort of makes more sense now why he's going to show up next season, because he might also be immortal, sort of. If he was a World War II hero, then obviously he'd be around 70-ish, 80. Well, not sorry. He'd be around Stormfront's age, rather, like 100-ish. Unless we're doing flashbacks, and either way, why would you hire you know, a 40-year-old to do that. So probably is immortal also, as far as aging goes. You know, I'm not saying invulnerable. Homelander doesn't trust Stormfront, but okay, these are just my notes that I wrote down. Obviously, things change by the end of the episode, so they solved it, figured it out. She's really just Nazi woman. I'm disgusted. Like, and Homelander's like, okay, God, I was not expecting the show to be like, here's Nazis, like, out of everything, all the plot lines that were going on, I did not expect it to just be, yeah, it's about Nazis. Again, if it is satirizing current day America, I think it's doing a pretty good job. It's really just, it's I don't know, I don't have the words. It's just on point. Starlight going dark. Okay, I was confused about that for a second. What I mean to say is, Starlight is, again, I've mentioned it earlier in the season, I think last season too, but she is sort of turning into that monster. She's falling into these bad habits, these moral gray zones. And, you know, they really brought it up here in this episode where she's like, I'm not like you, Butcher. And then, you know, he's sort of given these not will they, won't they in that sense, but like, you know, he's very on the fence about her in general. And then by the end of the episode, they're bonding over Huey, and they sort of come to the realization that they're both not as pure as he is. And I think last season, actually, when I was first starting the show, I was kind of speculating if Huey was going to be the one that goes down a dark path, but I guess they're setting up more of a fact of he's going to have a limit. He's always going to have a line, whereas Starlight is now the one who is falling, and, you know, her I don't remember what I was gonna use Huey's terminology, but, you know, he was saying like she's his lifeline or whatever. So you know, it sucks, but I think it's being played out very well. Like I said, I'm not really a fan of. I want her to be pure, but at the same time, I think it's a really nice story element where she is, you know, she's falling in. She's been in Vought for a while now, and she sees the corruption. She sees, especially now that she knows about Stormfront, about Homelander. She knows the kinds of depths of depravity that these people can go to, and so she's going down that dark path of fighting fire with fire. Speaking of fire, we'll talk about Lamplighter for a little bit again. I kind of had a feeling that was the storyline. You know, I don't know if it was because of the spoiler that I knew who the actor was beforehand or what, but I just had a feeling that it wasn't as cut and dry as he killed Mallory's kids. You know, I assumed there was some sort of other element in there, and then obviously we were told from the get-go that Frenchie was involved somehow. So I'm glad we kind of got into that of why, you know, what happened finally. You know, that question of like what really went down, because that was such a big mystery for his character for a while. You know, it's been on the back burner for a while. We haven't really talked about it in a couple episodes, but, you know, that was such a big contention point between him and MM back in season 1. It was like, what, you killed Mallory's kids, and then he was always throwing, you know, he was always having anxiety and, you know, arguing about it because he said otherwise. But I get why he kept it a secret. You know, on the one hand, I personally would have told them what happened, and then, like MM was saying, we would have forgiven you immediately. We would have dropped it. But, you know, he had this personal guilt and this personal sort of code of honor kind of thing where, you know, he fucked up, so he wanted to punish himself. I was getting red flags for Frenchie in general. Like, I was like, he's gonna die soon. Like, if we're getting all this information about him, he's on the chopping block now. So I'm very nervous about him going forward, but I do appreciate just the dramatic tension in a lot of these scenes this episode. I think this is a really good episode in general. I was very tense a lot of the time. And again, we got some good development with Starlight and Butcher, with Frenchie letting go and sort of absolving himself, and making amends with Kimiko even, and Lamplighter also. Sticking Lamplighter for a minute. I'm curious what they're gonna do with him. Planting. Are they gonna make him a plant again? A spy, or what? Because from what we've seen, it looks like Mallory obviously is gonna let him live, but like to what ends? We have that escaped person, Cindy. Got that thread to deal with still, and then lastly, the last big thing I think. No, there's two things. Okay, Maeve. Maeve with the footage. It's tough. I think what's her name? I want to call her Eliza. I don't think it's Eliza, is it? Anyways, her girlfriend. I think she's gonna leave Maeve, but I don't know. It left that scene open ended too. They were saying, "What do you give me that look for?" She explained her plans, but then it was just kind of like, from my inference, from what I think is gonna happen, I think she's gonna leave because that's the last straw. It's one thing to be like, Homelander is controlling us. He's not gonna let us go, whatever. It's another thing for Maeve to be complicit, and I think that's gonna set. I think that's gonna be the line that the girlfriend has, is that, you're part of it. Maybe now you're trying to sway me and all this stuff, but it's not worth living with this guilt and knowledge. Maybe she's gonna be like, I'm gonna leak it myself. I don't know. I feel like she's not. I feel like the girlfriend's not gonna go along with Maeve's plan at all, which sucks. But reliving that scene even in a different perspective, it was just, whew, that was tense. And just like, it feels so long ago, but also like, I don't know. It just hits differently. Like, Homelander has been bad this whole time, but also somehow he's gotten worse. It feels weird. Like that was an event that happened. And the last thing is A-Train being recruited by the Collective. Again, I'm very interested to see where that storyline goes. It's always so embarrassing and awkward, and like, I get this. I don't like watching those scenes with the Collective because it's so like, it feels like they're aliens. I don't know what's going on. But at the same time, I'm getting more interested now that A-Train is joining, because again, I don't really care about the Deep. I whatever he does, fuck it. I've given up hope on him. A-Train, for some reason, I want him to do better. I don't know if anyone else feels that way, but like A-Train, I feel like there's a glimmer of hope and redemption in him, whereas the Deep is just like, if he dies, I could care less, to be honest. So I can't really pinpoint what exactly about their characters makes me feel like I should care more about A-Train, because he was like a minor antagonist last season. Deep was a minor antagonist, but also comic relief, whereas A-Train has been like an actual serious threat to people, and he's literally the one that killed Robin. So I need to keep that in mind, actually, because that is a pretty major thing, especially for Huey. I don't know. Even with that in mind, I kind of feel like I want him to be redeemed still. Is that weird? He literally committed murder, and I'm okay with it. But the Deep was just like, technically a sex offender, yes. More sexual harassment than actually any offenses. I mean, that is an offense, but anyways, I don't know. I guess, see, this again, a moral gray standing. It kind of brings it back to Starlight's point of like, back before, I would have been broken up about killing this guy, but now it's just another body. So again, it's a very interesting show in that we shapes our moral, not shapes our moral ethics, but it questions our objectivity and our moralities. Because again, like even with me, like I'm okay with forgiving A-Train after all he's done, whereas the Deep, I don't want to give him a second chance. You know, I'm sure there's people that rather care about the Deep than A-Train. I'm sure there's people that care about both, that care about neither. So, very curious to see where you guys stand. I'd like to actually see what kind of thought processes people have about that, because it intrigues me. Yeah, those are pretty much the only big points that I want to talk about. The only, as if I didn't talk for 10 minutes already, probably. But yeah, you know, I didn't want to watch. Yesterday I was playing video games, and I was like, I need to watch the show, and then I didn't watch the show, so now I'm doing it later. Point is, every time I watch a show, I just want to watch more. Like, 2 episodes left. I'm very excited. Thanks for watching. I'll talk with you in the comments down below. Let me know what you guys think, especially about the who would you forgive? You know, what do you feel about this collective storyline in particular? I'm very curious to see what does everyone think about that, because the Fresca and like, it's like weird culty. I don't know what's everyone think about that. But yeah, I'll talk with you in the comments below, and see you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.